Hello, welcome to another edition of Ian Saturday Night. I'm at my satellite office here at my second house, my dad's old house. My dad died in 2007, and it's a ghost that I still deal with, the memory of my dad, because he was a very colorful, eccentric character. My dad was a painter who sold the painting to Paul Simon and Gloria Vanderbilt, and had a kind of pop art primitivism, and he was very influenced by the pop artists and by the 60s culture. But my dad made a name for himself in small circles in the painting world, and I still think of my dad. He died on April 30th in 2007. It was a very strange day. Very strange day. He got a carcinoid tumor, which is a kind of tumor that not too many people get. And he thought that there was a sculpture inside his body, and that comes from his artwork, because he called it, somebody was making a glass sculpture in his body, and that comes from the images in his artwork. Also, he did a lot of circus paintings, clowns, and scenes from the circus. So he said, when he got dementia, he said, "Where is that lady going on the trapeze down the lane?" So even when he was ready to cross over, he thought about different images from his paintings and his dreams. And his death still haunts me to this day. But that's the way it goes. That's life. And I am also influenced by the Surrealists. Behind me, you can see a poster from the movie Possession, which is a very spiritual movie about possession and a divorce. So it's something I can relate to very much. You see her hair in the poster beside me is snaky, and that also reminds me of my girlfriend of recently, because she had winding hair. So anyway, I celebrate everything, the darkness and the light. As you know, in my previous episodes, I said I would be getting some hate mail, perhaps, who knows, by the way I speak or just by the way I move, because I have cerebral palsy. No, I don't know, this is an experiment, but it just helps me in this time of my life to talk to you, because I'm a hyperactive Mr. Rogers. That's how I see myself. So every week I will be checking in with you, and maybe I'm gonna read a short story or a poem I have. I don't mean to be arrogant or, push myself on you, but it's a way for me to practice in the public eye, practice my voice, and to maybe learn something by the exchange with you. I tend to take everything in like a big circus, whether it's good or bad, and I don't think that's a bad philosophy to have. But when people see me on the street, they think I'm always happy, and I can tell you that's far from true. I get depressed like everyone else, and especially if you've seen my first episode, you know that I was pretty down. And then in my second episode, I talked about my car accident, which was also a little overwhelming for me at the time, even though thankfully nothing happened too bad. So I celebrate everything and try to put everything in perspective. People think that I'm some kind of a saint or a mystic, perhaps, because I'm in a wheelchair. They give me a lot of stimuli and I get overwhelmed. People think I'm always in a good mood, that I'm some kind of otherworldly figure, and I assure you that's far from the truth. I'm mortal, just like everybody else. I'm very mortal. And I can tell 5 minutes have gone by. Time really goes by fast. In previous episodes, I talked to you from my room on South Street. And this is my dad's house on Johnson Lane. I call it my dad's house because I believe my dad's ghost still exists in this room or in this house. So I can't get away from calling it my dad's house because it still is. Not that I believe, I think the older I get, I believe in ghosts. But that because it makes sense to me, because we're made up of energy forces. And that's something that I can't get away from. But the main thing is that people think that I'm some kind of otherworldly figure, and maybe they think that way because I'm in a wheelchair, but I assure you, I'm mortal, just like everybody else. I'm not always in a good mood, although I do have a happy-go-lucky side of me. But I'm very I get depressed and sad, just like everybody else. And that's important to realize in the human experience. Nobody gets a free ride. Nobody. So today was a busy weekend. I did my article. I did my story for the movies. I write for the Tropic Cinema every week. So today was a comedy, and that was okay. I feel a lot of gravity in my chair, so that's the hardest thing to deal with. Sitting on my bottom for 8 hours gets kind of rough. Not every episode is going to be thrilling. I know there's going to be ups and downs, but I thank you for watching me. Some people think I'm a comical person. I do have a quality of whimsy about me, but I'm not a clown by any means. But maybe I am. No, clowns are scary. I remember once I was a young boy, and I saw a clown, and I was scared to death. So that was not, I burst into tears. But you can see this is my room on Johnson Lane, and my other room is on South Street. On South Street, I feel that I'll be more relaxed with you. I don't know why, but my room on South Street has a more relaxing vibe. And this room has a little bit of a hyper vibe. More hyper. So I don't know why that is, but I will feel like next week I will be more relaxed. It's all a natural experience. Okay, I will see you next week. Thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Ian Saturday Night. Bye.